mini-series, Maximizing the Hearts of Our Communities, sponsored by the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs, Incorporated. For more information, please go to www.globalcoachentrepreneur.org. Hello, my name is Jeannetta Collier. I'm coming to you from Dallas, Texas, USA. Here I use my knowledge of neuro-linguistic programming, human development, leadership development, and creative business to help empower and maximize and encourage the person that matters the most, which is you. I'm also a radio host of my show called The Best You 365, where we motivate, educate, and transform. I'm a speaker. I'm an author of a book called The Best You 365-Day Motivational Journey. I'm a creative and executive producer of a reality show. I'm also real estate development in the commercial realm. And I'm also a mother, a wife, and a grandmother of identical twin girls. Today, I want to introduce you to my series, my three-part series, which is called The Rise of the Phoenix. Now, the phoenix is a mythical bird that was submerged in the earth and risen out of ashes. This bird rose out of ashes through strength, better, stronger, and more resilient. I picked the subject of the rise of the phoenix because, as you know, over the last few months, we have been dealing with a virus that caused the world to basically shut down. We all had to be shut in our homes in order to allow things to subside. During that process, a lot of things happen to people individually, people together, or people in general. Those things I'm talking about, or depression may have set in on people. We lost some people through death. People lost jobs. People became homeless. You had people that couldn't feed their families. Life as we know it changed forever. It changed forever for a lot of people. So when I picked my subject, Rise of the Phoenix, I thought about how we too will be rising out of depression, rising out of homelessness, rising out of the unknown to be better, stronger, more loving people. You know, this occurrence has given us an opportunity to reset, recalibrate, and change who we are. Because as we know, the things that we have experienced, the changes that have been made, the life that we knew it will never be the same. And through this time, hopefully, many of us had the opportunity to change, recalibrate, and reset who we are. An example, if you have kids, you had to learn how to homeschool your children. If you had spouse, you had to learn how to now communicate more so with your spouse. If you had teenagers in your home, you had to learn how to communicate with your teenagers. We started now going back to family dinners. We started now going back to family night games, game nights. We started now creating movie nights in our home. We started now really talking and hearing each other. Yes, a change has happened. But I ask you, was that change for the better for you? And I ask you that question because a lot of times we don't want change. But change could be the catalyst to something beautiful in our life. Change can make you realize who you are as a person. When you strip down to the bare bones, who you are as a person. So during this series, I will be asking you a few questions. As we go through this, I want you to really think about the questions that I'm asking you and be really truthful and honest with yourself, because as we know, the only person we're accountable for and the only person we can change is ourselves. A few of the questions I will be asking you are, who did they say you were? Who did they say you were? Who's they? They could be your mother, your father, your aunts, your uncle, your sisters, your friends. Who did they say you are? What do I mean by that? Well, I had a friend that wanted to be a singer, and she had a beautiful voice. But her mother always wanted her to be a doctor. So she went through 8 years of school at least to become a doctor, because that's what her mother wanted of her. Who they say you are. My next question is, who are you? Do you even know who you are? Remember earlier I said a lot of us didn't even think that we could homeschool our kids, but we did it. A lot of us didn't even think that we knew how to talk to our teenagers, but we did. So who are you? Who did you learn that you were during this crisis? And who do you want to be? I'm sure during this crisis, you realized some things about you that you didn't really care for, that you didn't like. But oh, the good news, you can always change. It's not permanently. So who do you want to be? And then the last question I'll be asking you through this series is, how do we get you there? Because like everything in life, there's a process. But the most important process is to reveal the truth. Reveal the truth within yourself in order to make that change. So during this series, The Rise of the Phoenix, we're all going to rise up. We're going to emerge out of the ashes. We're going to be better people, smarter people, and stronger people. We're going to be people who love. We're going to be people who give. We're going to be people who understands grace and mercy. This series, The Rise of the Phoenix, will make you rise up to be that person that you always wanted to be. The person that you knew that were inside you. The Rise of the Phoenix, this series, is going to help you realize that it's never too late. That we can stand boldly. I'm just so excited about this series because I know it's going to move in people. It's going to touch people. It's going to cause people to see anew and have a renewal within themselves. A renewal within their relationships. A renewal within their finances. A renewal within their jobs. A renewal within their kids. A renewal within themselves through self-love and self-care. The Rise of the Phoenix series is going to have you to rise up in ways that you didn't think was possible. So I ask you and I challenge you to come along on this journey with me. Come along and find who you are, who you want to be. Come along and rise up. The rise of the phoenix. Again, my name is Jeannetta Collier, and I want to thank the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs for this platform of the heart. For more information about me, you can reach me on Facebook, you can find me on Instagram, or you can go to my website, www.imaginaryglassceiling.com. Again, www.imaginaryglassceiling.com. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next week.
One till they talk, one they find, then one till they talk, one